Thanks for tuning in to the fall 2021 Gideon's Garage Safety Briefing. This will be a quick meeting just to give you some updates and some refreshers on our safety policies and procedures. Things with the garage continue to go great. We've had no injuries reported, which thank you for doing that. Thank you for working safely. We've not damaged any vehicles, or at least not any more damage than what they had when they came in the door. So that's good. And we have blessed a lot of families with this ministry, and we appreciate everyone's help to keep it going. At the conclusion of this video, you need to send me an email. You can see my email address there on the screen, jmason2088@gmail.com. And there's 3 college mascots, and they're obscure. A couple of them are kind of weird too. But that way we know that you watched the whole video, and then you'll get your code. So some themes throughout this briefing: we want you to use the garage. And of course, that's for fixing vehicles, but it could also be lawnmowers or other stuff. But more importantly, we want you to use the garage for ministry. This is a great way to invite people to our church family, maybe even people from different denominations or different faiths. Bring them to the garage, get them involved. We want you to continue to use it safely. We've done great in this area. We just want to keep that up. Protect yourself, but also protect your church and this ministry. And while you're using the garage, please be considerate of the neighbors and other ministries here at the church. So to get access, we've got a few rules to go over, and there's no change here. Remember that only members of Farley Community Church will be allowed to use the garage on their own outside of the scheduled events. You can invite a non-church member, which is great, but they have to be accompanied by a Farley Church member at all times. All the members that use the garage must agree to the safety and policy briefing every 6 months. That's what you're watching right now. There is a sign-in log that is in the corner of the garage over by the television that you need to fill out each time you use the garage, so we have a record of that. Most important rule when it comes to access is that no man works alone. You have to have somebody in the garage with you that can call help if you get into trouble. So for example, I had somebody ask me, can I bring my teenage son? Yeah, if they can work a cell phone, I think that's great, but you have to have another person with you. Be aware there is a bathroom key available for the bathrooms by the garage. It's on the door that's tied to a wrench. Just make sure you lock it back, and not a problem right now, but later in the year the bathroom might be winterized, so just be aware of that. Okay, so we need to talk about personal protection equipment. We provide personal protection equipment for your use. There's an eye wash station, there's gloves, there's safety glasses, there's a rubber apron. We have 2 ABC fire extinguishers. All this equipment is very important. It's meant to be used. If something is missing, please let myself or Tony Salas know so that we can quickly get it replaced. Which brings us to our first mascot. I thought Brother Mike might like this mascot because at least in this picture, he's riding a motorcycle. This is the Demon Deacon from Wake Forest University. Anybody know that one? Again, the Demon Deacon from Wake Forest University. Okay, this is the cleanliness slide, and this is probably where I'm going to foot stop the most. We're doing okay in cleanliness, but there's a couple of areas that we can do better. So just let me remind you that everybody's responsible for leaving the garage clean and secured. You got to turn all the equipment off when you're done. You got to return rechargeable tools to their charging stations. Of course, close the doors, turn the deadbolt, lock all that, and close both fence gates. One area that I think we can improve is taking used motor oil with us. There was one time where Eugene and myself, we took literally 12 gallons of oil out of the garage. Now, some of that may come from a car clinic day, which I understand. We're changing oil for people in the community. But please, if you drain it, take it with you. And then a second corollary to that is if you have a large trash item, even if it fits in a trash can, please take it with you if it's heavy, because what happens is if you put like a shock absorber or something in a trash can, then whoever carries the trash out, the bag tears and it makes a mess. So if you got large trash items, please take them with you. Don't pour any automotive fluids down the sink, and remember that no vehicles or parts are to be stored outside the garage. You can store overnight vehicles in the garage. You just need to let me know and we'll coordinate that. And we have 3 parking spots by the dumpster up in the parking lot if you need to leave a complete vehicle outside the garage. Okay, speaking of tools, and this is Jeff Schlegel's, he wanted me to foot stomp this one. He said that tools are to be returned clean to their storage location. So, and I do the same thing at home. I'll work on wheel bearings or something, and I'll pull out my pliers the next time. I'm like, who used this tool? Of course, the answer was me. So please just make an effort to clean the tools. You can take a tool home, like for example, if you need to borrow the pancake air compressor, you just have to let me know that you're taking it so we have a record. And this brings us to our second mascot. I've never seen this guy before. His name is Woo Shock, and he is from Wichita State University. So you're taking notes, you're writing down your mascots. Write down the second one, who is Woo Shock from Wichita State University. We continue to have great use of the lifts. Jeff had me include this picture of the Ferrari that fell off the lift. I don't know who did that, but they are probably no longer working for Ferrari, I'm guessing. We've not had any Ferraris come to the garage, but that would be really cool. But whenever you lift a vehicle for the first time, remember that there is a lift instruction book. It's clipped right on the side of the lift, and you flip, and it's like, okay, GMC Acadia 2013, and it shows you where you should be lifting the vehicle. Some vehicles have some surprising and unique lift points, so be aware of that. Also know that you have to center the load in both directions, that is front to back, and then also left to right. The taller lift seems to be way more sensitive to this, and if you have a car in it that is slightly to the left or slightly to the right, over time the lift won't pull at the same rate, and you'll hear it'll go ka-clunk, ka-clunk. We can get the lift adjusted, and we routinely do, but if we can just all work to center it, that would really help. Know that the scissor lift is available for all users, but if you've not used the scissor lift before, don't raise it up without a car. We had a situation where a couple guys were trying it out to see how it worked. They got the lift all the way up, and then they couldn't get it down because there wasn't enough weight to push the lift down. It didn't break anything, it's no problem, nobody's mad. But just be aware on the scissor lift, if you don't have something on it, it may not be able to go back down. All two-post lift requires a sign-off from Jeff Schlegel. So you got to get with Jeff. If Jeff has signed you off before, your previous sign-offs are still valid. Please be aware of noise. You know, a lot of the tools and equipment in the garage makes a lot of noise, and we don't want to disturb our neighbors. Please follow the City of Huntsville noise ordinances. And this is our last mascot, so you're ready to write the third one. I have no idea what this thing really is, but his name is Big Red, the Hilltopper, and he's from Western Kentucky University. Again, that's Big Red, the Hilltopper from Western Kentucky. So here's our schedule to wrap out the year. We need your help on both car clinics and open garage days. The word is out that we do great work and we help a lot of people. We're having community members at all of our events. So please, if you can come to any of these days or all the days, we'd really appreciate that. And then to wrap up the paperwork, you have to send me an email, jmason2088@gmail.com, that has the 3 mascots, and just say, hey, I watched the video, I agree with the policies. You get an email right back from me that gives you the code. We're going to get the new code. It says on the screen there July 1st. Probably later today I'll get the code programmed in, and the old code will be removed on July 15th. If you've not had a 2-post lift sign off, make sure you talk to Jeff Schlegel, and now you have an access code. Thanks for all that you do to help the garage ministry. We really appreciate you. God bless you.